Hare Om kids! Kids, it's Janmashtami on the 19th of August. So, today's Bal Sanskar is going to be focused on Janmashtami. Lord Shri Krishna preferred to incarnate in the prison, in the dark midnight of Ashtami of the Krishna Paksh of Shravan. He who is himself luminous preferred the night of darkness. He who is omnipresent preferred imprisonment. He who is eternally free accepted the tiny baby form. The parents were in jail with handcuffs. Clouds of calamity are looming around, and even in the midst of them, Krishna is incarnating with a smile, as if he wants to give a message that, O soul, even if you were born to handcuffed parents, do not consider yourself weak. Even if you're born in the prison, don't worry. Awaken your inner divinity by doing uplifting work, by doing satsang, by following righteousness. Awaken your hidden God like essence, because you are my alike. Janmashtami is a very mysterious festival. What's the meaning of avatar? Avtarati avatar. One who descends, who comes down from above, is an incarnation. Lord himself appears as a child in the form of Krishna, humming, singing, dancing, feeding and eating, performing so many marvels, awakening souls to its glory. Such was the Krishna avatar. No matter how exhausted someone may be, the festival to awaken the enthusiasm within is Janmashtami, the festival of sharing joy while not paying heed to any stress-causing issues is Janmashtami. Festival to awaken the Nar in his Narayan self is Janmashtami. Let's start today's Bal Sanskar class by remembering our revered Gurudev. Pranayama. All the children will do mind concentrating, health enhancing, Anulom-vilom Pranayama.
With the right hand ring finger and little finger close the left nostril and inhale through the right nostril deeply. This inhalation is called Purak. Close both nostrils and hold the breath within for a predetermined time. This is Abhyantar Kumbhak. Remember to repeat Om or God's name during Kumbhak, as it is very beneficial. Then close right nostril with the thumb and slowly breathe out completely. This exhalation is called Rechak. Close both nostrils and hold the breath outside. This is Bahir Kumbhak. Now repeat the process vice versa, that is, inhaling from left. This whole procedure after completing both nostrils is one pranayam and can be practiced 5 to 10 times daily. Benefits: it refreshes and enlivens both body and mind. It is beneficial in spirituality as well. It improves concentration of mind, and the mind is easily engaged in devotion and meditation. It relieves mental tension, thus enhancing joy, bliss, enthusiasm and fearlessness. People even pay to learn these pranayamas, whereas Bapuji provides such health-giving techniques free of cost in his satsang along with spiritual knowledge.
Now all the children will hum Om.
श्वास लो लंबा. हरि ओम.
Mantra. Children, now we will chant and praise. All the children will speak the mantra while touching the place of Tilak with the ring finger.
Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Shri Saraswate Namaha. Om Shri Saraswate Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
नितांत कांति दंत कांति मंत कांति कात्मजम् अचिन्त्य रूप मंतहीन मंतराय कृन्तनम् हृदन्तरे निरन्तरं वसन्तमेव योगिनाम् तमेकदन्तमेव तं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततम्.
We meditate on the Ekadanta Shri Ganapati, who has shining teeth, who is very dear to his one-toothed form, who is the son of Lord Shiva, whose beginningless form is unimaginable, and who takes away all our sufferings, and who resides in the hearts of yogis continuously. Children, now all of us will do Tratak. Tratak increases our concentration and memory power. Story time! Once upon a time, Sage Durvasa called out, "Is there anyone who can make me a guest at his house? Whenever I come, whenever I go, eat whatever I want, whatever I want. If I am stopped, I shall give a curse." Now, who would invite such a calamity? No one dared to make the Durvasa ji a guest. Shri Krishna came and said, "I'm your servant. Come to my house. I accept all your conditions." Now food was made for Durvasa ji, but he would go away without eating. And sometimes he would bring many sadhus with him and eat the food of hundreds of people at once. But our Lord Shri Krishna ji was no less. He would know in advance what Durvasa ji is going to wish, and he would make the preparations accordingly. One day Durvasa ji crossed all limits. He collected all the pillows of the house, the quilts, the cots, the swings, and set it on fire and started dancing, saying, "Holi hai, holi hai." So Krishna ji also started dancing with him. "Yes, Lord, holi hai, holi hai." Durvasa ji saw, amazing, the house was burnt, yet Krishna is not angry. Then he said to Shri Krishna, "Now I want to eat a lot of rice pudding." Shri Krishna had already prepared the pan of rice pudding and said, "Here, Guruji, please eat." Durvasa ji ate a little, then took the pudding from his leftover plate and poured it in Krishna's mouth and said, "Krishna, you also eat." And then sprinkled the pudding on Krishna's curly hair, on pitambara, all over the body. Here Rukmini Devi was laughing in her mind while watching the leelas of both. Durvasa ji said, "Oh, you find it funny? You want to laugh? Come here, come here." And Durvasa ji started putting pudding on her face too. Even after treating his wife like this, there was no stress in the mind of Shri Krishna, because he knew that Durvasa ji was an enlightened being. Durvasa ji said, "Now I have to go for a walk. Get the chariot." The chariot arrived, and then he said, "Take away the horses. Both you and Rukmini will replace the horses, and give me a whip, and you draw the chariot." Now Durvasa ji is sitting on the chariot. Krishna and Rukmini ji pull the chariot from the street. there was an outcry among the people. Oh, the plight of Krishna and Rukmini, all due to Durvasa Rishi. Then, at an intersection, Durvasaji instructed for the chariot to be stopped. Shri Krishna said, Guruji, now what is your next command? What do you want? Durvasaji, I've got everything that I wanted. Now you ask Krishna, what do you want? See, the soul has the power to grant a boon to the Supreme Soul. Krishna said, Guruji, always shower your blessings onto me. Durvasaji said, I will be happy, but whoever takes your name and tells your stories will also be happy. You'll be so adorable. But behold, pudding was rubbed on the whole body, so your whole body has become like thunderbolt. But the pudding was not rubbed on the soles of the feet. Pay attention to the soles of the feet. No weapon should touch it. After all, when Krishna had to leave his body, an arrow hit the sole of his foot. So see, children, from this story, we learn a lesson that there are ups and downs and phases with happiness and sorrow in all our lives. But there should be equality in the mind. Like Durvasaji wanted to disturb it, but it was not in Krishna's nature to be disturbed. Being upset over small things is not a sign of a patient man. Kirtan time. Now we will sing the melodious hymn.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Quote of the week. When one reads, speaks, and listens to the story of God, the inner soul gets washed. we are filled with happiness and the listeners are filled with soul bliss. If at all we are lazy or sleepy, yet God's stories, discussion about Him, and satsangs are always beneficial. Game time. Now we will play a fun game of concentration and agility. All the children will stand in a circle. Place chairs in the middle of the circle. The number of chairs should be one less than the number of children. For example, if there are 10 children, then there should be only 9 chairs. Now the teacher will play a prayer. And as long as the prayer continues, all the children will move around the chairs. The teacher will stop the prayer suddenly. And as soon as the prayer stops, the child needs to sit immediately on the chair next to him or her. Since the number of chairs are less, eventually there will be one child with the least amount of agility who will not be able to sit, so he is thrown out of the game. And then one chair will be lowered and the rest of the children play the same game again. Similarly, every child will be kicked out of the game and every chair will also become less. In the end, the child who sits on the chair will be the winner, the last one, the second and the third winners behind him. Progressive vision. One story. Once grapes and bitter gourds met. The grapes said, "How sweet we are, and yet you're so bitter." Bitter gourd said, "Just sit quietly. Seeing you, people taste you, enjoy you, and then they need to take medicines and injections. People get diabetes. We definitely think bitter gourd is bitter, but we kill diabetes and people get rid of it. It brings me energy." Sometimes some sorrow comes in our life. It may seem bitter, but that sorrow also pushes us towards satsang. The problems of the world also help us to reach the feet of Hare. And when sorrows arrive, understand that it does the work just like that of bitter gourd. We listen to sweet stories, listen to jokes. We listen to what we like to hear, to see, to eat, to drink, which is all okay, but sometimes we should also listen to the subtle satsang of Brahmagyan. You should listen even if you do not understand, even if it is not tasty. People with diabetes have to drink bitter gourd juice for health protection. Similarly, if you have diabetes of birth and death, then even if you do not like the juice of bitter gourd like a prayer, you should drink it with respect. Glory of Indian culture. Precious discoveries given by India to the world. First one. Children, did you know that the brain game chess was invented in India? Did you also know that the first dam for irrigation in the world was built in Gujarat? Did you know that the art of navigation was born 5,000 years ago in the Sindh province? The word navigation is derived from the Sanskrit word Navgati. And did you know that India was the only country to supply diamonds to the world till 1896? Gemological Institute of America. Festival special. Children, now we will tell you the glory of Janmashtami fast. It is written in Bhavishya Puran that Janmashtami fasting does not allow premature death. There is no abortion in their home who observes Janmashtami fast. Ekadashi fasting is a bone to destroy thousands and millions of sins. But Janmashtami fast is equal to the virtue of observing 1,000 Ekadashi fasts. There should be more restraint on Janmashtami, even more than the restraint on Ekadashi day. The marketable items are anyways poison for the seeker, but on the day of Janmashtami, one should not be gluttonous and put tea or snacks or garbage from here and there in their mouth. Chanting done on the day of Janmashtami Night awakening gives infinite time results. So children, on the day of Janmashtami, fasting, listening to the stories of Lord Shri Krishna, being awake in the night will enhance your health as well as your intellect. Yogasan. Children, today we will teach you a yogasan which increases the height and pushes the energy upwards, removes diseases like asthma, all the dream defects, metallurgy, and makes the body stunning, as well as increases and makes your eyesight better, energy, and also gives happiness. The name of that yoga posture is Tadasana. Steps to follow. Stand straight and raise both your hands up. Now slowly raise the heels and look upwards. Standing on the toes of the feet, pull the body completely upwards. The head should be straight and the eyes should be towards the sky. The palm should be face to face. Do this experiment for half a minute 3 times. Riddle time. You have to solve this puzzle in 10 seconds. Only one leaf in a tree, that too colorful. Everyone bows to it. It fills the heart with enthusiasm. What is it? The answer is the Indian flag. Activity time. Today we will tell you how to celebrate Shri Krishan Janmashtami with the Matki Burst program. Before Janmashtami, collect the prayers of Shri Krishna and keep them. On the day of Janmashtami, put 2 or 3 pots in the courtyard. Put homemade butter and sugar candy offerings in it. While singing, praying to Shri Krishna, dancing, take out butter and sugar candy from the pot and feed it to your companions. King Nand got joy, hail to dear Kanhaiya. Homework time. On the day of Janmashtami, all the children will fast and chant as much as possible on that day. They will eat the prasad of Makhan Mishri. Children who have celebrated Janmashtami in this way will write it in their diary and bring it for the next class. You will also write in your diary what you learned from the various pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna. Question time. What message does the incarnation of Lord Shri Krishna give us? What does avatar mean? What boon did Durvasa ji give to Lord Krishna? Name any 2 discoveries given by India to the world. What is the result of fasting on Janmashtami? What are the benefits of doing Tadasana? Purnahuti. Lord Shri Krishna is also called as Jagat Guru because he has given great knowledge of Gita to the whole world. Therefore, all of his children will praise Lord Shri Krishna with folded hands.
Om Satchidananda-rupaya Vishvotpattyadi-hetave Taptraya-vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Bhuvo bharavatarkam bhavabdhikarnadharakam Yashomati kishorakam namami chittachorakam Dyaganta bhanginam sada sadali sanginam Dine dine navam navam namami nanda sambhavam. Om Klim Krishnaya Namaha.
We salute Lord Krishna, who is the form of Satchidanand, who is the cause of origin, condition of this world, and destroyer of all the 3 types of divine, materialistic, and spiritual agitation. Salutations to Lord Krishna, the one who lifts the weight of the land, the one who reduces the burden of the earth by killing the wicked, the one who helps cross the ocean of mortality. Mother Yashoda's child, the breathtaking, the one who is always surrounded by devotees. We bow to Lord Krishna, the child of Nanda, who always appears to his devotees. Arti time. All the children will stand for the Arti at their respective places.
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे की।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे की।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे।
छटा सद्गुरु की मन मोहे।
छटा सद्गुरु की मन मोहे।
नयन अमृत वर्षी सोहे।
नयन अमृत वर्षी सोहे।
ललित अति भाल मस्त है चाल।
ललित अति भाल मस्त है चाल।
कष्ट सब तारन हारे की। आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे।
शीश पर गुरु आज्ञा राखी।
शीश पर गुरु आज्ञा राखी।
पढ़ी चरणों में बैठ साखी।
पढ़ी चरणों में बैठ साखी।
मिली गुरु कृपा मिटी सब व्यथा।
मिली गुरु कृपा मिटी सब व्यथा।
हमारे सद्गुरु प्यारे की। आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे।
किया तप ब्रह्म ज्ञान पाया।
किया तप ब्रह्म ज्ञान पाया।
दूर भागी सारी माया।
दूर भागी सारी माया।
बांटते ज्ञान मिटे अज्ञान।
बांटते ज्ञान मिटे अज्ञान।
तत्व दर्शावन मारे की। आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे।
दृष्टि से शक्तिपात करते।
दृष्टि से शक्तिपात करते।
सभी चिंता व दुख हरते।
सभी चिंता व दुख हरते।
देते शांति धवल कांति।
देते शांति धवल कांति।
मंगी बाराज दुलारे की। आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे।
मोह माया में जो सोते।
मोह माया में जो सोते।
खा रहे भव में जो होते।
खा रहे भव में जो होते।
करे भगवान सबको तार।
करे भव पार सबको तार।
कृपा बरसावन वारे की। आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे।
सब जगह फिरते रहते यहाँ।
सब जगह फिरते रहते आप।
मिटाते सबका दुख संताप।
मिटाते सबका दुख संताप।
प्रकट भगवान निराली शान।
प्रकट भगवान निराली शान।
के सबकी आंखों के तारे की। आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की भक्त जन तारण हारे।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की। भक्त जन तारण हारे की।
आरती सद्गुरु प्यारे की
भक्त जन तारण हारे की।
नारायण 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 नारायण.
With this, our today's Bal Sanskar class concludes. Children, We will meet again next week with a new knowledge enhancing topic. Till then, Hare Om.